The City of Johannesburg is finally getting its own head of emergency management services. Andries Mucavele will be officially sworn in today at the Florida Park Fire Station, and Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala is there. Nqobile, good morning. Tell us more about these developments, and I think it will be heartening as well in terms of the delivery or the better operation of emergency services in the area.
Yes, Iman, it will make a worth of good, really, for the people of City of Johannesburg to finally have someone that they can ask for accountability. You will know that it's been more than 4 years where the EMS has had somebody who is acting in that position. Before I bring in our spokesperson for EMS, I want to show you what's happening behind me. You can see that there's that lineup that's currently happening. They're showing their cars, and of course, this is part of tradition, part of the stuff that they'll be doing when the swearing in starts to take place. These are some of the vehicles that EMS has that goes into various areas, especially when the city is looking for assistance. And I want to bring in now the spokesperson for EMS to speak to us about this. Over 4 years is a long time to not have somebody to actually report to and say, this can be the person that I can ask for whatever I need as a person who works as an EMS. Tell us what this will do.
Yeah, it's a very important day for us, because after so many years, we'll have someone who will be leading us permanently. He will be able to, take decisions, which will going to assist us to move, forward. Mr. Mucavele has got about 22 years of service. Yeah, he's well experienced. He's got a very good track record, and also his leadership capabilities put him in a very good position to lead this organization. So today, we are expecting the executive mayor, the city manager, the chief operation officer, and the group financial officer also here, various fire chiefs from various municipalities in Gauteng who have been invited. We've got our head of disaster management center who's also invited, our local station commanders, managers, divisional chiefs who are managing, we operating within the fire service. They'll be here, most importantly, to showcase our capabilities as a fire service, to say we are here reaffirming our position to render effective and professional emergency management services to all the residents of the City of Johannesburg.
And I can see the vehicles behind us. Tell us the importance of them in the ceremony. What will they be doing?
Yeah, the vehicles which you see us here is the vehicles which we normally, using out there when we go out to emergencies. There is a vehicle there, the air truck. There is a vehicle which we use as an incident command unit, which we use as our operational base when we are attending to incidents. Of course, there are those other ones, the private vehicles which you see, which most of them, we're using them for our public education efforts. Our fire safety inspectors and also our public education officials are using those vehicles because all of us, we know that we have had situations especially in the inner city where we've had a number of fire incidents there. So we've intensified our public education programs to make sure that our residents in the inner city are fully equipped with the necessary skills to deal with emergencies as and when they occur. And of course, making sure that we enforce our bylaws, city's bylaws, fire service bylaws. There's also compliance to make sure that we minimize or we prevent fires which are occurring there. So today is a way of us to showcase what is it that we are doing, as a fire service, as the biggest fire service in Africa, for that matter. So we are saying to our communities we are here, and we promise to make sure that we render effective service. And of course today, the incoming fire chief will also be reaffirming his commitment to lead the organization and to make sure that we render, this very important essential service to all the residents of the City of Johannesburg.
All right, thank you very much for speaking to us. Iman, we are waiting to hear from Andries Mucavele, who is going to be the new fire chief. Exactly what are those commitments that he's going to be making to the City of Johannesburg? We know that these vehicles behind us are there for the citizens to be able to see them work effectively. And you've seen how many fires we've had in the city. So it's very important that we can see just how efficient that service delivery will be under him.
Nqobile, thank you very much for that. I was just commenting to the team, and I don't think I've ever seen Robert Mulawuzi look quite as dressed up as we saw him today. Often when we cross to him, he's at the site of some disaster, having to share often tragic news with the rest of the nation. So at least this is a day to acknowledge in terms of the organisation, the leadership, and ultimately service delivery insofar as emergency services is concerned in the province.